we spent investing in a global manufacturing base, basically in China and Asia. That really started to unwind in Trump 1.0 when we put tariffs on China in 2018. We spent about $2 trillion in the last 4 years for domestic manufacturing.
Eli, thanks for joining me here at the NYC studio at ETF Experience.
Thanks for having me. Great to be here.
So now I want to start off by asking you what the current market opportunities or trends are.
So at TCW, we're actually very excited about some large structural trends. You can call it megatrends, if you will. These are themes that have decades of persistence. They're not fads. Let me give you a couple. So first is the energy transition. This is an entire transformation of how energy is produced, transmitted, consumed, and it is a multi-decade theme. We're moving from a fossil fuel-based economy to a renewable-based economy, something close to 100% renewables, but we won't get there anytime soon. This is going to take decades. There's been a bunch of targets that this might happen in 2050. It's not going to happen. It's going to take a lot longer than that, and it's requiring trillions of dollars of capital. I think our differentiated take here is that we think most of the opportunities are in old economy, I'll call them brown companies, rather than necessarily green businesses. So take companies like GE Vernova, which fit into the natural gas ecosystem. That is, by definition, a transition fuel source. We're producing more power and electricity than we ever have. You need companies in that old economy world to help power us through. So that's one theme. A second theme would be the reshoring of manufacturing and supply chains. If you think about history and where we came from, about 75 years we spent investing in a global manufacturing base, basically in China, Asia. It was cheaper to do it. That really started to unwind in Trump 1.0 when we put tariffs on China in 2018. The fragility of supply chains was exposed even further during COVID, during events like a boat getting stuck in the Suez Canal, and we're seeing a daily whipsaw, sometimes intradaily, with the barrage of tariff headlines. This is forcing companies to accelerate the transition of supply chains and think local, not global. And so we're seeing a rush of manufacturing investment in the US. There's been about $2 trillion in the last 4 years for domestic manufacturing. This again is a multi-decade theme, very long persistence, creates large investment opportunities with secular tailwinds.
Now, Eli, do you have any ETFs that you'd like investors to consider?
We do. We have ETFs that touch both of these themes. So the first is called TCW Transform Systems. The ticker is PWRD, powered, which makes sense when you think about how we are powering our economy, powering our world. So that invests in the energy transition. A second would be TCW Transform Supply Chain. The ticker is SUP, SUPP. That invests in the opportunity for reshoring.
Okay, and finally, where can investors go to learn more about your ETFs and also your market views?
You can find both at etfs.tcw.com, or you can go to tcw.com and just navigate to ETFs and find it all there.
All right, well, Eli, it's been wonderful to talk with you. Thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me.